What's going on, guys? So just want to give like a current update on some things that need to be addressed about my situation. So today's the 27th of October, and as of today, my credentials were stolen. I was robbed a couple of weeks ago. That robbery was not fully documented by the police, so I still have to go and try to have that documented. In that robbery, the police managed to have stolen my driver's license. Once again, this is the second time since I've been in Arizona since my driver's license has been stolen, my credentials. I learned last weekend that my Social Security card was stolen from my mailbox, the place where I pick up mail. That was stolen, so that's also mail fraud. That's something that I have to report as well, but you understand when I'm reporting it to police how that's going to go down, but that's something that I have to do. These people are trying to gather and collect my my identity so they can use these things against me by using a doppelganger, or just using somebody that may look like me to do nefarious things, and they might be able to set me up, or they might be able to just do something unsavory, which is always their plan. Back in April of this year, my bag was stolen, and a great deal of evidence that I had collected toward my crime, toward the corruption and the crime that's taking place toward me, was confiscated. Had a couple of weapons that were confiscated as well, that were stolen in that theft. SD cards, birth certificate, driver's license, again, credentials, bank card, an old bank card. A lot of credentials that could really, create the mentality that this person is me, if they were to decide to do something like that. Once again, that was reported, but nothing came of it. Nothing's going to come of it, because I know that the police had that arranged. Had a weird encounter with someone claiming to be targeted, whom I believe is a perp, and some things that took place surrounding that encounter that I won't necessarily get into right now, but I will say that got to be on your toes, got to be vigilant in making sure that you're watching your back, front, side, when you're dealing with these situations, when you're being gang stalked. My gang stalking is relentless on these people trying to infiltrate, my privacy, infiltrate me personally, infiltrate my mind, to disarm me so that I become relaxed, so that I become lethargic in my efforts to bring them to justice. So they're guilty. There's a lot of evidence available in the surveillance cameras of me being raped and violated in these public places. One of these places is this restaurant area right here. There's surveillance here, and my being raped has been caught and captured many, many times, over a dozen times, I'm sure. So these police officers and these Freemasons and these people who are involved in this assault don't want to be caught. They don't want to be dealt with. They don't want to have to deal with the consequences of what they've done. So they're constantly trying to find ways to make me look guilty, to make me look like I'm consenting to this, to make me look like, I'm someone who does this kind of work for money. And it just isn't going to work. Which is one of the reasons why I have to be super careful about these fake ass targets popping up, trying to act like, they're being targeted but all they could talk about is sex and prostitution and, you know, getting involved in unsavory sexual activities. You know, when people start doing things like that and they call themselves targeted, you got to give them side eye, because most real targets are not going to be thinking about that kind of shit. They're going to be thinking about trying to preserve their life, preserve their quality of life, and make sure they can live and move forward and maintain their life. So anyway, just want to do an update about the theft that has taken place, just in case something goes on or something happens pertaining to my name, pertaining to my credentials. Those things have been infiltrated, they have been stolen, and the police has made it very difficult for me to be able to report that. So I also want you guys to take a look at this ticket that I got whenever I was falsely arrested for calling 911, and then they lied and said that there was some sort of a disorderly conduct when there was no such thing as a disorderly conduct, simply because I didn't disorder or have any bad conduct in that particular time. I was just calling 911 to try to get someone to come out to pursue this person who had robbed me, to try to retrieve my things. And I have to go to court about this, which I intend on fighting. And